Hey everybody, Dude Souls here. Welcome back to another episode of Mother Encore. Last time we rescued Pippi, fought a redneck, and rescued the canary child, getting our second melody. This time we are finally back at the Chocream Zoo after the mayor told us, hey, animals are loose, you're the hero kid, so go do the things that you do. So I'm here to go do my super awesome hero kid things. This is actually the second time I'm recording this video because my microphone died partway through my last recording session, which I didn't actually notice until further in. So yeah, that recording didn't exactly go as planned, but here we are at the Chocream Zoo. Welcome to the zoo where animals and people live in harmony, except when you're getting mauled by a tiger. And you may notice around the zoo, there are a lot more of these points that have like a grayed out circle, similar to what we've seen like in various parts around the world. So that's definitely something you're going to want to keep in mind for around here. I have no idea how that second hyena didn't fight me, but you know what? I'm just going to accept the fact, because hyenas are definitely, of like the quote-unquote scary animals here, like tigers, gorillas, alligators, hyenas are definitely like the easier ones to fight because they mostly fight as packs. So if you're not fighting like 2-3 hyenas at once, they're really no big deal. Alright, so there's a gorilla over here. There's this right here with some very conveniently placed rocks. Also some flamingos. These flamingos won't flinch if you threw a rock at them. Somehow I believe you. Okay, so we can't exactly go there, but we can go over here. There's a gorilla. Alright, the gorilla put us into lethal damage range, so I guess I finally get to show off the adrenaline strike. Yep, 50 damage from a basic attack that's like, what, almost twice as much as what we normally do? Alright, it dropped a hot dog, so I'm just gonna grab a hamburger and another hamburger and eat the hot dog, or grab the hot dog. This elephant's name is John. Hi, John. Don't kill me, please. Alright, tiger right there. Got a hamburger from that tiger. I'm going to eat that because the enemies here don't have that much health, but they do still do a lot of damage. Alright, right here. Friendliest tigers in the world. Yeah, sure. Couple monkeys over there. Some flies, and I didn't get the baseball swing. I would have gotten both of them if I managed to hit it in time. Hopefully we just take these out as fast as possible. Yeah, if there's any enemy that you really want to hit in the overworld, it's the flies. Because if you hit a fly with your bat, then that basically guarantees that it's going to die the next turn. Fun fact, pandas possess the capacity to eat meat, but they're too lazy, so they eat bamboo instead. World's first warm-blooded alligators. Which, guarding a treasure box down there. Alright, we got a sports drink from that alligator. Sports drinks are pretty good healing items. Found a hamburger, but our inventory's full. Yeah, sports drinks heal about 70. Burgers do 50, so they're definitely better. So I'm gonna use the hamburgers before I start replacing my main healing item with sports drinks. As I said, they're like the best healing item in the early game. Because they're A, everywhere, B, heal you for like 50% of your HP. We gotta level up off of that tiger. Enemy dropped a present, inside there's a hamburger, but you can't carry any more stuff. Yeah, that's the problem about these games. It's always the inventory size. I guess I'll use that. Got the hamburger. And over here, we have an item that we can pick up. Ninten got the eagle feather. This is a brand new item to Mother Encore. It's a feather dropped by a bald eagle. Press Z near certain ledges to jump. Yeah, we have another new You know what? Fries don't heal much anyways. We have another new movement tech. In addition to this, we can now jump across ledges. No, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you. Okay, fine. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can hop on these ledges, and you can also use these rocks to hop across. Hi, John. Okay, it's just a fly right now. Let's fight an elephant, shall we? Yeah, so, you know, these enemies are usually just called elephant, but I really like how this one's called John. It's really nice. I'm definitely going to start by taking out the fly, because that can get out of hand if I ignore it. I'm going to defend to raise my skill points. Give a strike. Oh no, it threw dirt at me. Yeah, I don't remember if I covered this in a previous video, but that blindness effect causes you to miss more of your attacks. Okay. I have eye drops. Yes, I do. And see again. I'm gonna defend and strike. Alright, nice. Elephants are not as threatening as they seem, but they can buff themselves by a lot. Got milk. Let's go ahead and use that milk. It only heals about 20, so it doesn't heal too much. We got a PP capsule, another one of those. Yeah, we should probably hold off on using that until later. Right here, there's another ledge that we can jump on. And this is a shortcut back to the beginning from this point, and another elephant. See, I wasn't lying, they are just called elephant. I'm gonna start by defending. Actually, I should probably... I'm gonna increase my defense, actually. Yeah. Defense up. Alright, it threw dirt in my eyes, but it didn't blind me, which is good. That attack has a chance of doing nothing. Continue to defend. Alright, I'm gonna attack on this one, because if it attacks me, then, yep, I make it past 3 skill points. See, managing that skill point bar is definitely something that you gotta learn to really get good at this game. Elephant down. Dropped a present. There's some Life Up Cream. Ooh. Yeah, I'm absolutely going to use a hamburger so we can pick that up. Life Up Cream is a very good healing item. This is probably one of the, if not the best in the game right now. Life Up Cream heals 200. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to hang on to that for later. One of a kind! See and listen to the amazing singing monkey. Singing, you say? Relevant, maybe? Who knows? And here we make it to the office of the zoo. There's a vending machine over here, so we can spend some money. I don't remember if there was any ATMs that we could access right now, so I don't actually have that much cash on me. Get rid of the slingshot. I'm gonna still hang on to this slingshot, even though that might not be optimal. I don't really think I need to sell anything else. I'm gonna stock up on... I'll buy a sports drink. There we go. Alright. Let's head in. To the office. Immediately there's a hyena. Slip past it to this room with some rats in it. Bread, but you can't carry more stuff. Let's see what is in here. I've been stuck in here since the animals escaped. I'm too scared to come out. I'll have to find another toilet. Sorry. There's other rats gonna ambush us, but can I get this present before? Yes! Hamburger. Okay. I mean, depending on if this bites me, I might have to actually use... Nope. Do I have any items that I could throw away for a hamburger? I wish I could just eat the bread in the overworld, because that would actually, like, heal me up. Oh, I have a hot dog. Feels 35. Okay. Eat the hamburger, or get the hamburger. Nothing in there. I forgot the hyena was there. Hyena dropped some eye drops, but I can't really pick that up right now. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Ambushed again. Alright, the alligator dropped a sports drink. That's good, okay. Yeah, basically what I'm doing with my healing items right now is I'm using the weaker hamburgers until all of my slots are replaced with sports drinks. On the second floor, there's a gorilla by this ledge. Dodged it, okay. Tiger. And a proposal for giraffes, because there are no giraffes here. Let's see what it is. Alright, the tiger goes down. Let's see what's in that treasure box. Hey, a level up! That wasn't in the treasure box, but you know what? That works as well. Got a hamburger from that tiger. And what's in here? It better not be another one. Found a... Ooh, that's actually a good item. Okay. Use this hamburger to get a rope. Rope can be used to tie up a foe. This will put the bound status condition on an enemy. Bound enemies can't attack, and they have a chance at the end of each of their turns to be free from being bound up. And... oh. I could have ran from that, but I didn't. Alright, we won, gained 90 experience, and let's head back upstairs. Looks like we're at the top floor, and an alligator again. 67 damage takes out the alligator, and it dropped a sports drink. Perfect. Alright, I'm gonna use... Alright, running over here, there's 2 points to leap off of. There's that room with the wires, and then there's this room, 301. We go in here. There's a save spot, and a healing area. I think you can tell what's gonna happen here. Alright, let's fully heal, and I'm gonna save my game here. Posited 614 into my bank account. I only just started making use of having multiple save files for the purposes of a Let's Play, so you know what? I'll set that one right there. Alright. Make sure you're prepared. Oh, I'm gonna use that PP capsule right now. Alright. Hop over here and entering this room. Some signal thing is happening here.
I'm surprised that a human child such as yourself managed to get here. More surprising, however, is that my analysis indicates that you possess the ability to harness PSI. While those powers seem to have only awakened recently, you appear to be quite skilled at using them. If left unchecked, they could prove themselves to be a problem. We must not allow someone like you to interfere with our plans. You may have bested the vicious beast of this place, but you are no match to me.
This is the boss fight of the Cho Cream Zoo, the Starman Jr. I'm gonna start by using a rope to tie him up. Alright, he attacks dealing 24 damage. Got tied up. And I'm just gonna, while I buff myself, I'm just gonna shut up so you can listen to the boss music. This boss music is called Battle Against a Rising Star, and, as you could probably guess, is a original composition to Mother Encore. However, if you've played Earthbound before, this may sound familiar, as this entire boss fight music is a remix of the original War Against Gygus opening riff from the earliest cutscene of Earthbound, like in the beginning. I think it is amazing how the creators of this mod, or of this game, made an awesome boss fight theme out of just a small little riff. So what this Starman Jr. just did is that he used a move called PSI Beam. That is a move that... Oh no, it emits sounds to the track. I forgot it could do that. Yeah, it can use PSI abilities to attack us. Rat goes down. Let's do another strike. It's ready for an attack, so that means its defense is increased. Yeah, you saw... See, that did only 20... That did like 30 damage as a strike. Okay. I buffed myself enough to the point where I feel like I should be like almost close to beating him, actually. I don't know how much health he has. Okay, that's another PSI beam attack. So let's go ahead and strike. High frequency sound brings in hyena. That's problem territory. Oh, I have a flea bag. I'm gonna use a sports drink and then I'm gonna use a flea bag. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, hyena ran away. Yeah, some enemies have a chance to just run away in battle. Hyenas are one of those enemies. I'm gonna use a flea bag on you. Alright. Even more damage on me. Perfect! That is almost 50 damage with a regular attack. Alright, how much is the strike gonna do? 81 damage! That's good. Alright, another sports drink to heal up. Alligator comes in. I'm gonna defend. I only take 2 damage. That's both of the PSI defense ups. Those are working out really well for me. I gotta do a curveball hit. Nice damage. Okay. Take out the alligator. Approached slowly. Do I have a hamburger? I do have one in my inventory. I'm gonna use one of those. And now I have enough skill points to do another curveball. Alligator goes down? It does not. Okay. Take out an alligator, hopefully. And then do a strike. That was... Okay, it was ready for that. Attacks. Come on. I'm just chipping it down. I'm just chipping it down. I gotta heal myself. I'm at half health.
It seems that I've miscalculated. You appear to be much stronger than I've anticipated. But no matter. This next attack is sure to wipe you out.
The Starman Jr. tried PK Beam Gamma. Courage Badge shined a bright light and reflected the beam back, dealing 400 damage. The Franklin Badge version 0.8 took effect. And we win against Starman Jr., gaining 492 experience. Leveling up to level 16. Why wouldn't we level up after that boss fight? And we learned batting 1,000. New skill.
Impossible. I can't believe I've been defeated by a mere human child. I have to report this incident to the mothership.
The plot thickens. The odd sound that drove the animals insane died down. The zoo became a safe place once more. So that is Cho Cream Zoo. Let's take a look at our inventory. Franklin Badge VO.8. A gift from Pippi. By holding it on you, it can reflect PK Beam Gamma. So if any enemies just so happen to have PK Beam Gamma, then there's nothing they can do against the Franklin Badge. Alright, let's heal up because we're not done with this video right now. There's still a little more to do after we liberate the village. Or liberate the village, no, liberate the zoo. But yeah, there are no more hostile animals in the building. Let's go check in on the bathroom man.
I know everything has calmed down, but I think I found the true comfort on a toilet seat. I'll be staying here for a while.
You know what? Fair enough. Also, I forgot to mention this. If you use this drinking fountain, you get poisoned. So, yeah, don't accidentally misclick, and I don't have any antidotes in my inventory. Okay, PSI healing. There we go. Let's exit the building. And Pollyanna's playing again, so that means everything is beautiful. Eek, eek, eek. Sorry for stealing your key earlier. Let me make it up to you with a song. One of a kind! See and listen to the amazing singing monkey. Eek, 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 eek. My mama used to sing the song to me. And now I shall sing it to you. In 10, remember the tune. You've now unlocked 3 melodies. Oh, and we also got batting 1,000. Raises the user's guts. A bat must be equipped. So, both of these moves deal damage based on your gut stat, or heal and deal damage based on guts. So batting 1,000 is a way to increase that in a long fight. Let's see what the animals have to say about all this. I apologize for earlier, we all make mistakes. Yeah, you almost killed me. I don't know what to say, it was all in the heat of the moment. What does John have to say about this? You're the one who provoked me, but I forgive you? You know what, sure. I don't know what came over me, but I'm currently working to better myself. So all the animals do seem remorseful. It was out of their control, all a plan of this alleged mothership that the Starman came from. I'm not the elephant I was a few minutes ago. This hyena says, let's move on and forget this happened. I think I need some time to think about my actions. Yeah, you should. Plus the zoo's destroyed, so are y'all gonna help fix that? I'm not usually like that, someone else told me to. Yeah, it happens to the best of us. But right now, it's time to do a little bit of backtracking, because, remember, we saw a bunch of spaces in the overworld that look similar to these ledges. So I'm gonna go run around a bit to see the points that we could get. Also, now that we are so high leveled, let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. See, all the enemies are running away from us. Yeah, if there is an enemy in your way, you can just ram right into it. Plus, you still get the experience from if you killed them. Alright, down here, there is this spot. Getting an IQ capsule. This increases your IQ by 3 points. We go over here. And remember we saw one of those points south of the zoo. Hopping over here, we get a speed capsule. Heading south, we find ourselves a shortcut back to the Canary Village. If I recall correctly, these are the only few spots that I needed to backtrack to. I could be wrong on that, but these are all that I currently remember. So, now that we've accomplished our task of freeing the zoo from the crazy animals, and that crow, and this crow, let's see where else this journey takes us. Heading north of the zoo, there was that barricade that the cops put up saying how, hey, there's a commotion at the zoo, we can't currently let anyone else out. Actually, oh, there's a present down here! I didn't know that! Actually. Got a hamburger. Huh. You find something new every day. Alright, what do these cops have to say? Curfew has been lifted. I can't see why travel is ever restricted, though. Sorry, let me move out of the way. I heard that you can communicate with telepathy. Have you heard of all the people talking about you? Oh, right, you probably don't even need to listen to them. If y'all are gonna yell at me to not use the IQ Actually, I will use the IQ capsule, but I'm not going to use the speed capsule, actually. I'm going to hold off on that for a bit. We have a save point right here. I'm actually going to save over the file that I just did at the zoo. Yeah, the zoo office. I'm going to overwrite that. We can cross this bridge. Go southeast to reach Marysville, and the road is blocked. Going south right here, we can see that there's a little cave. So let's find that real quick. Heading down this hill. Ninten! It's us! Oh, thank goodness, we made it in time. I was getting worried we wouldn't be able to have a proper goodbye. So are you gonna tell us about how you wrestled a tiger into submission? Yeah, and how you rode it into the cemetery? Pippi gave us the news. Pippi gave the news to everyone. Did you really do it? Oh, Ninten, you've grown up so much. My big little boy, with the newfound ability to smack gorillas with baseball bats. Seems like just yesterday you were such a little troublemaker. Haha, yeah. Remember when you bent all the spoons in the house? We had to eat with our hands. Oh yeah, we also brought something. It's some prime rib. Yummy! Mom made it for you. We even packed it up so you can eat it on the go. We got prime rib. Yummy! Mom made so much, we even had to have some leftovers at home. I completely butchered that sentence. Good thing we locked the door so Mick couldn't get to it. Isn't that right, Minnie? Wait, what? Weren't you supposed to do it? Huh, I thought you locked the door. Quickly, before it's all gone! So, you really are leaving. I always knew this day would come. You've wanted to go on an adventure for a long time, haven't you? Before you go, I want to tell you something. It's about your great-grandfather, George. Do you remember that day when your great-grandfather visited us 8 years ago? He wanted to warn us about something urgent, but he was in such a hurry. No matter what he said, he just didn't make sense. George had always been a recluse, only showing up about once a decade. I'm not sure what happened to him, but he always had a lot on his mind. In the end, he wanted to leave us with his research diary and that little doll. As he was about to leave, you came downstairs. You seemed so curious about him and kept asking so many questions. Somehow, you got him to sit down and watch those movies about space wizards with you. You just kept talking his ear off for hours. He must have been so tired talking about space with you. Eventually, it seemed like he had enough and left. But as he was going out, I caught a glimpse of something I thought I would never see. For the very first time, for just a moment, I saw a smile on his face. Ninten, I know you're eager to follow your great-grandfather's footsteps. I don't know if he's still alive, but the last thing he told me was that he was heading to Mount Itoy. It's a dangerous place, and your journey will most likely lead you there. But if you were able to make even George smile, then you can accomplish anything. Well, I should get going. I already locked the house myself, so Minnie and Mimi are probably waiting for me. Well then, goodbye, Ninten. You can always come home if you're tired, but still, I will always believe in you. And now we find ourselves in that cave we saw from above. A voice is speaking in Ninten's mind. Ninten felt this question enter his mind. Who has lost his tail? Finding the entry in the great-grandfather's diary, Ninten read out loud, "The forgotten one of the ship that sails the cosmos." Next time on Mother Encore, we begin Act 2. See you guys then.